Hi, I'm Wyatt Miller, Pioneer Field Agronomist in Northeast Missouri. Today I wanted to talk to you about stock quality and stock integrity. This particular grower called me out and asked me to take a look at his field. He was wanting to go to a different location and start harvesting, but wondered if this one would hold up for him or not. So I thought today I'd just kind of walk you through how I would test that field to see if it was suitable to come back to later at another time. So there are several things that affect stock quality throughout the growing season. You start to think about the year we had in Missouri in 2020. It was pretty variable. We had some periods of time where we had early wet rain that caused some nitrogen loss in the fields, and then we had a drier period followed by some rain again at that after tassel. And that rain after tassel really led to some foliar diseases moving in and started getting that leaf and that ear leaf itself. And so when you start to take away from that ear leaf, it really reduces the photosynthetic capacity of that plant to produce carbohydrates. And so for it to fill that ear, it's going to rob from that stalk, move those carbohydrates into that ear, and obviously then make that stalk weaker as well. Every year I encourage producers to get out and check their fields and look at stock quality before harvest begins and kind of get an idea of which fields should come out first. You can obviously look at stalks and see if there's any discoloration. Like this one here, I peeled back the lower leaves off of this stalk here, and you can see this dark coloration is indicative of anthracnose. Obviously that would be a stalk rot that would cause some issues with standability, but other easy ways to do that might be a pinch test or a push test. And the pinch test is simply pinching that stalk at the first or second internode above the ground and see if it collapses. If it collapses when you pinch that, then obviously stock quality is poor on that plant. The other way is just the push test. And the push test is going to be pushing that stalk at ear height 8 to 12 inches away. If it doesn't return to that vertical position, then it's obviously a weaker stalk. And so I encourage people to do that on 20 plants in one location, and then do that at 5 locations in a field. To demonstrate that pinch test, like I was saying, you want to pinch the stalk at the first or second internode above the ground. So you take a stalk here and just start pinching. If it collapses, like that, when it crunches in your hand, you know it's going to be a weaker stalk. You can hear some of those crunching there. Other ones are standing up pretty well, so they're probably not as weak as it looks. So to demonstrate that push method again, we're going to push that stalk at ear height about 8 to 12 inches away and see if it returns that vertical position. And if it does, obviously it's not too bad of stock quality. If it starts to pop like some of these are here, you know that the stock quality may be an issue. Do that among, like I said, 20 plants at 5 locations, so 100 plants total. If you get more than 10 to 50% of actual stalks breaking or not returning to that position, you probably ought to make that early harvest in that field.
That concludes this Pioneer Agronomy video podcast. Visit our page on pioneer.com and follow us on Twitter and Facebook for more agronomy insights.